Pakinggan, atensyon mga miyembro, benepisyaryo at pensyonado ng SSS. SSS President Joseph D. Claro nagsalita na. Pakinggan at panoorin ang buong video na ito para sa buong detalye.
Hold up.
Hello mga ka-vlogs! Welcome dito sa aking YouTube channel. Magandang araw po sa lahat ng mga manonood. Saan po kayong dako sa mundo? Kumusta mga ka-vlogs? Narito, pakinggan ninyo ang buong pahayag ni SSS President Joseph D. Claro hinggil sa mga kinakaharap ngayon na suliranin sa SSS. Mahalagang tututukan ninyo ito mga ka-vlogs dahil kaka-apekto dito ng ating benepisyo sa SSS. Mamaya-maya po yan, pero bago ang lahat, kung bago ka pa lang dito sa aking YouTube channel o di kaya hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, i-click niyo muna ang ating subscribe button na nasa baba. So wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa, mga SSS members, beneficiaries at pensioners, narito, pakinggan ang SSS President Joseph D. Claro.
Hi sir, magandang umaga po. Sir, sa kabila po ng mga explanations ninyo, meron pa ring panawagan to suspend yung increase this January, citing yung sunod-sunod na nangyari sa ating calamities. What are the chances na pakinggan ito, suspension?
Actually kami sa SSS, kami sumusunod lang sa batas na na napapaloob itong Social Security System, and the latest is 11199. I understand na there's a specific group na is requesting to suspend it. But I think the challenge there is meron ho kaming contribution subsidy program. Baka ho ang ating mga kapatid na mga mambabatas na nag-o-oppose, na nag-request na i-delay to, hindi ba po pwedeng i-subsidize nila para sa kanilang mga membro itong dagdag na 190 pesos na dagdag in contribution? Kasi mas marami ang maapektuhan kung isuspend ho natin itong increase na to. Bukod sa opportunity ng SSS na makatulong during times of calamity, last year, we gave out around 9.8 billion in loans for calamity-stricken areas. Karina and I think Christine, madami ho kaming natulungan, about 500,000 members. So pag i-delay ho natin itong increase na to, hindi lang ho magsasuffer ang mga membro, wala silang opportunity, but also yung capacity ho ng SSS na tumulong in times of need.
Sir, do we have an estimate as to how much yung pwedeng mawala doon sa contribution kapag sinuspend lang, let's say for a few months? Do we have a computation on that?
Yeah, actually we have we did some calculation. Ang impact kasi nito is hindi while minimal ang impact nito with regards to yung tinatawag nating fund life or viability of the SSS fund, yung short-term benefit ang mawawala talaga sa mga miyembro natin in case na mga ilangan sila ng tulong. And that is very important to us kasi bakit natin i-deprive yung miyembro na magkasakit na ng additional benefit na 30 pesos. And in fact, just to give you the universe of SSS today, 75% of our of the contributions is coming from the formal sector, from the employed sector, and we are very elated to hear the message from Mr. Ortiz of ECOP on the acceptance of this increase from the employers. Kasi yung increase ho, hindi din naman this last increase may katumbas ho, hindi lang ho membro ang magbabayad. Kalahati ho ang membro saka employer. So for the voluntary members na ito yung mga posibleng mga manggagawa natin, ang katumbas ho nito is 190 pesos. So,
Thank you, sir.
Next question, Kat Domingo, ABS-CBN.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Sir, why are we implementing an increase when the COA has flagged the SSS collection, underscoring that in 2023, the SSS only collected less than 5% of its over 90 billion in collectibles?
yeah, I think you're referring to, and thank you for that question. I think you're referring to it's an old COA report that talks about the delinquency of employers from SSS. At that time, it was around 89 billion, but based after reconciliation, as of October 2024, that number has gone down to around 46 billion, and we are constantly working on trying to assess ano bang sources nitong discrepancy na to.
Sir, it's based on a June 2024 document, and it's not just the delinquency of SSS employees but also members. Let me read a portion of the document, if you may.
Sure.
It says that the inefficiency in collecting premium contributions from delinquent employers with only 4.581 billion collected, that's merely 4.89% of the established collectibles. Is it not, doesn't it seem unfair for members to have SSS collect more, considering that over 90% remains uncollected?
I think that's not, it's not a fair statement also, because the total collection of SSS for 2024 is around 390 billion. And you know what you're referring to is while it probably released in June, the basis of information was sometime in, I think, 2022. So I'm open to have a further discussion on the matter to clarify, but hindi ho nag-i-increase kami pero hindi kami nagko-kolekta ng mga contribution. Alam naman ho natin na ang SSS ay tinamaan nung pandemic. Madaming manggagawang hindi nakapag-contribute. Madaming mga businesses ang nagsara. And actually, continuous nga ho ang aming communication dito sa ating mga employers na nahihirapan dahil meron silang delinquency. We have a condonation program, and I'll take this opportunity na may condonation program ho tayo during the time of pandemic. Kung meron pa ho kayong hindi nababayaran sa SSS, pumunta lang ho kayo sa mga branch namin or sa aming head office para ho maupuan natin at maiplano natin kung paano nyo masesettle itong delinquency. Tuloy-tuloy ho ang aming, hindi lang ho sa ating mga membro, but sa ating mga employers na aming partners. They are our main stakeholders. And as I mentioned, 75% of our collection comes from the employed sector.
Sir, follow up. What is the current or updated delinquency rate of SSS?
Delinquency in relation to loans?
Collection, sir.
Collection on premium contributions?
Yes, sir.
I have to get back to you on the exact number, but what I know is that we are growing at 30% year on year. We are fortunate enough that our population is still growing, and we're still in a pyramid structure. That alam niyo naman, we are a pension fund, so the people that contributes today, ang magbe-benefit niyan are the ones that contributed 20 years ago. Yung delinquency kasi it's by law that you have to pay HSS contribution if you're employed, and that's 75% of our membership base. What I know is for the employed sector, 97% of our formal sector is paying the right contribution rate. So we have about 3% that hinahabol ho namin. And part of our plans for 2025 is paano namin mapapaigtingin pa ang collection efforts dito sa mga employers na probably nahihirapan magbayad dahil meron silang arrears noong time ng pandemic.
Thank you. Sam Medinilla, Business Mirror.
Good morning, sir. I would just like to know how much is the net income and benefits payment of SSS in 2024, and how much is its reserve fund?
Yeah, actually, I'd like to answer that question in the context na magkaiba ho kami sa PhilHealth with regards to yung PhilHealth law and SSS law. Kasi I think you might be, please don't compare yung reserve fund ng PhilHealth, which is ibang batas sa SSS law. In terms of what we project is, I think we are expecting around, para mas clear, no? Ang pumapasok ko na pera sa SSS comes from 3 sources. Yung number 1 is yung contributions from our members and through the employers. Yung income namin coming from our investments. And the third one is other income namin from our assets and also from the loans that we issue to our members. Ang lumalabas naman ng pera sa SSS ho is yung benefits na payout namin, and sa ngayon ho, ang pinakamalaking portion ng benefits na yun are coming from the pension and also the death and funeral benefits. So, yung plus minus, we're expecting around north of 100 billion this year that would be going to part of our I could not call it reserve. Yeah, I think we can call it as our reserve fund.
So, yung tapos additional po, given the increase in member contributions, how will this affect the fund life of SSS? And when are you projecting this to last?
Yeah, actually, thank you for the question. And I'd like to take this opportunity also to explain a little bit about itong fund life. Because there might be some notion na itong increase na to is purely related sa fund life. During the last administration, nagbigay ng increase ng 1,000 pesos the former president. And ang impact nito sa fund life ng SSS, biglang naging up to 2032 na lang at that stage. So, 14 years na lang ho ang buhay ng fund life ng SSS. I'm happy to report that as of the moment, we have already doubled the fund life. It's now 28 years up to 2053. But then, actuarial ho kasi ito eh. Ang ideal, kung tatanungin nyo, kasama ko dito ang aming chief actuary, si Senior Vice President Ed Cruz. 68 years ho sa actuarial science ang ideal for a pension fund. And the reason why meron tayong tinatawag na fund life is because defined ho ang benefit ng SSS. And that is something that we will be working on this year, about studies on how to convert from being purely defined benefit to a variable benefit na. Ano hong impact nito? Sa ngayon ho, there is no way for us to increase the pension of our 3.6 million members because naka-defined benefit to eh. And ang katumbas ho nitong fund life ng SSS would be the unfunded liability, which the way it's calculated sa actuarial science is 68 years. Kaya in the trillions ho ito.
At yun, inyo pong napanood ang unang part dito sa press conference na sinagawa po, no, kamakailan ng Presidential Communication Office. Hinggil nga po dito sa kinakaharap na batikos sa pagpapataas ng contribution sa SSS. So kayo, mga miyembro, benepisyaryo, maging mga pensyonado, ano po ang tingin ninyo sa pahayag, no, kung paano sinagot ng SSS President na si Joseph Declaro ang mga katanungan hinggil nga po sa kinakaharap na suliranin sa SSS. Kayo ba ay satisfied? I-comment nyo po sa comment section na nasa baba. Pakilakip na buong pangalan at kung taga saan kayo. Bago ako magtapos sa video na to, kung gusto nyo pong sumuporta sa aking YouTube channel, maaari nyo pong i-click ang ating super thanks button na nasa baba. Sa mga gusto maging miyembro, pwede po i-click po ang ating join button. Maraming perks dyan mga vlogs. Be my member now. Sana ay naging gabay ang video na to kahit paano na pag-uusapan natin ang mga mahalagang bagay-bagay na may kinalaman sa pagiging miyembro, beneficiary at pensionado sa SSS. Kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe dito sa aking YouTube channel, maaari nyo na i-click ang aking subscribe button na nasa baba. Huwag nyo kalimutan na pindutin ang notification bell. Ilagay nyo po sa all para naman updated kayo sa lahat ng mga videos na aking i-upload. Maaari nyo ding i-like ang video na to. At kung meron ka pa mga katanungan, maaari nyo i-komento sa comment section na nasa baba. Paki-follow na din po ang aking official Facebook page na nasa screen nyo. Muli po, ako si Daniel Timpao na nagsasabing dito sa aking YouTube channel, pawang katotohanan at lahat totoo lamang.